set stuff up. Set stuff up. I was like, why am I hearing it again? I need to mute my server. Alright. Get some music up in here. I need to start up my live 2D. Hello, hello. So I want calm Pokemon music for this one. There we go. Oh. Oh no. That's not good. I need to... Oh no. Try refreshing. Grabbed my iPad so that I can see the stream easier. want to update this right now. I want you to stop scooting away from me. Here we go. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba. Alright. Ow, wow, wow, wow. You're all good, Mars. Dun, dun, red. Oh, that's not. I just want that. There we go. Is the music too quiet? Oh. Is the music too quiet? Gee, I don't know, Faye. Did maybe you close the the music? I'm sitting here like, man, I can't hear nothing. And I closed the tab that had the music in it. Hi, Mossy. Alright, so the to-do agenda today is I plan to start off with talking about what closed species are. And once I kind of give like the rundown of what those are, how they function, then we'll move over into like water dogs. I don't know how I'm going to handle the history of it because I was like a teen when I got into water dogs and I've like just watched it slowly over the years. But we'll also talk about like the recent happenings with Piper, Chewie, and the Viva la Watag revolution. Just the chat. I was a baby. I was still in high school when I got into water dogs. I will be 27 this year. If that puts it into perspective for you, I will be 27. Hi, Shadow. Alright, let me... It should be gaming too. Yeah. There we go. Don't mind the headless model. She's gonna be headless. Or faceless. Because I'm working on the head right now. Alright. Let's see. Me, I want to talk about this. Me also, I'm just like, where to start? Yeah. So you know it. You know the feeling. Like, I remember the first water dogs that came out. Because, so when I first got into closed species, The popular ones at the time were water dogs, slime rock pups, Cinedogs. Translings had also kicked off. Um, let's see, I think Mantibabs were popular at the time too. Weavers. A lot of people were like riding on that high of it being something like so new, so everybody was making them. Um, I know. Tell you about your first water dog. My first water dog that I ever owned, and I think it was the one that I made, was a split water dog, actually. And back when water dogs had first started, the rules for. To... Hi, B. I just hear the time to do.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows it's me.
It's B. Hello, B. Okay, but so when water dogs first started, they had the rule where the dogs had to be based on like a beach and like a body of water. So the sand had to be something you could find out in the real world. So like you could have like pink sand because of pink sand beaches, like black sand beaches, and then the water could be like any like body color of water. So I really liked the two oceans that met that weren't the same color. So my first water dog was based on that.
Say the grandmother of split water.
I am. I was the original one. I made my first three split dogs before it even became a trait. I created it. It is mine. It is my
Hey,
crowning achievement.
you know, we've all created a water dog trait or two in our lifetime.
I know, right?
I still can't. I'm. I don't really know how to put this. I'm glad that like, um, sentient tails kind of took off. I thought that was pretty neat. I didn't expect that whenever the Medusa dog was made.
Yeah. Let's see. I know. What do you call it? So to start off with what closed species are, I know I said I was gonna work on like this stuff at the same time, but I can't talk and work. I'm having trouble. So what are closed species? Closed species are characters with specific traits that you have to pay or earn the like traits to get, and they're designed a specific way. Um, think of it kind of like how like when you buy a set of Legos, you'll get like a pre-made set of Legos. So that's what you've got. And then Lego also makes special sets like that fancy cherry blossom tree that they've got. So when you want more traits and stuff or more Legos, you have to go and buy the new Legos. So I guess in a way, rest in peace, B is fucking absconded. Um uh it's time to duel. B is back.
Hey, Discord closed.
Oh, your Discord crashed.
It didn't crash. It just closed,
It just
and then I
said
opened it
no
back up,
more.
and it said it had an update.
Oh. But yeah.
Very fun.
So in the case of water dogs, they are a dog with the body of water and sand. The head is like sand, and you can have stuff like the feet are sand, the tail has sand on it. It's just a fun little species with a bunch of little traits, and you can buy like adopts or buy make your owns, or you can trade for them. Nowadays, they have a in-game currency that you can use if you can't like monetarily afford it. So it's just kind of like a fun little game. I guess another way to talk about it, to like a close species would kind of be say like gotcha games almost, like the ones where like you play a gotcha and you get clothes for it. So it runs a lot like how a lot of that does essentially. Um, I think I explained that decently well. There was the one person who wanted me to bring up a specific bit. Apparently, TikTok has a skewed idea on what closed species are.
I think every social media besides like DeviantArt has a skewed idea of what
It
closed
really
species are.
does. Alongside closed species, there's open species where they're not like held by a paywall kind of thing. So you don't have to worry about it. That'd be something like, say, Neopets, in a sense. It still has a part of a paywall, but it generally isn't a paywalled game. Or like any game that you play that like you can earn the in-game currency. I guess those do kind of work along closed species too. Closed species really do align with how a lot of that stuff works. It's just art based, so people
It's
like
like a
kind of
virtual
frown
pet.
at it more. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mossy. I'm trying to find like all the ways I can to like describe closed species. Oh, thank God I do have a hair tie beside me. I am like dying right now. Oh, wait. Huh. That was a weird noise I just made. Let's see. They say the communities help you explore art styles. A lot of closed species will create prompts for drawing, which will also kind of like force you out of your comfort zone, give you something to draw. They're just fun little things to do. Like if you don't have any character ideas, like you look at all these traits there are for these closed species and you're like, oh man, I could put this together and that together. It really is like a build your own character. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
Me. Message them. Okay. I'm like dying, Brody. You got any other input to give B?
No.
No. Explaining closed species is such a weird thing to do.
Yeah, I've tried to explain it to people before, and unless you have actively like interacted with the closed species community, I don't think it's something most people really get
Yeah,
unless they've been there.
definitely a you had to be there type of thing.
I think I used to have some sort of like blurb about it on the Galacticats page, but I'm pretty sure that that was deleted a long time ago, and I don't remember what it said.
Oh, it's all good. All right. Don't mind the like awkward silence. I messaged the user to see if they wanted to. Oh, that was the wrong one. See if they wanted to pop in and talk about it. Because they said they partake in human closed species a lot more than feral closed species, and how being in Waterdogs itself has helped them out a lot with drawing feral creatures and everything. Shadow. Yeah, well, we never really gave you a rundown, Shadow, of everything. I don't know. I don't know how, like, getting into them, I quite understood them, but I think when it comes to closed species, you kind of had to, like, grow with it, almost. Like, have to like be in the art community on like DA around adopts and stuff, because it closed species essentially are adopts with rules. So if you're not in the vein of like adopts on DA and stuff, trying to figure out what closed species are is definitely a little harder.
I think generally the appeal for it comes from basically being in a community that has obviously got similar interests to you.
Yeah.
and a lot of it is less about the designs themselves and more about the community that comes with it.
Yeah, it's kind of like joining like an ARPG. Like I was
It
part of
is
a Pokemon Soul Eater crossover for a few
n-
years.
a lot of closed species actually are straight up ARPGs.
Yeah. Closed species, hey Gray, welcome in.
Hi, Gray. It's my worst enemy. Love you, bestie.
Basically, when closed species like first started, they didn't really have the whole ARPG aspect to them. They were more like collectibles and fun things to have, and they'd have like little events for holidays. And I think the ARPG aspect didn't really come in until Griffia started it. I think a few others had, but I feel like Griffia definitely took it off, like took off with it. But they've definitely picked up a lot more over the years as people want to have more to do, essentially, when they're in their close species. Because if your
Yeah.
close species is just making designs and being able to make designs and maybe the occasional prompt, you don't really go anywhere nowadays. People don't want the species just to want the species like they used to. It's definitely they want something to do, something to draw, characters to connect to, worlds to expand upon. So,
Ahoy, Gray, fooler of all my plans.
we totally don't have evil plans tomorrow.
We definitely don't have any evil plans tomorrow, especially not me. I never do anything evil, and neither does Adriel. Okay, good night.
Okay.
I'm gonna go on the back burner a bit because there's some stuff I have to work on the server actually.
Now you good? I felt that.
Oh,
Let's see. They're online. Boy.
somewhat off topic, actually totally off topic. Um, we host our mod pack through CurseForge, right? And I was
Yeah.
just looking at it, and it has Stardew Valley listed as one of my games, which I think is really funny. There aren't any mod packs for Stardew Valley on CurseForge because everybody uses Nexus instead.
Oh, rip. They're trying.
I'm trying so hard.
Alright. If they don't show up or respond in a little bit, we'll move on to the topic of water dogs themselves. Unless like Gray, Shadow, anyone else here who isn't really into the closed species, if you guys have any questions on closed species, I can absolutely answer those right now.
Maybe.
Maybe. Do you doubt my closed species knowledge, B?
No. Made out of ocean water. Next question.
White dog wet. White dog wet. We dropped him in the water when he was a baby.
Maybe Piper just really likes that wet dog smell. Don't
no.
tell anybody I said that. That was awful. I regret that. Did I beat you?
Clip it quick, clip it quick. Okay, so Gray missed the talk about what a closed species is. So let's go again. Closed species are essentially a part of like the art world. They're a type of adopts that build like a community. Hi, Autumn Lee. When a species is closed. Thank
When
you
a
for the
species
follow
is
too.
closed. Um, Basically, the whole point of it is like it's different from regular adopts because in a closed species, the adopts have to follow a certain set of rules to make them all look like they're the same species, or they all follow the same general set of rules, and that's what makes the species closed.
Yeah, they're like I gave like the Lego example earlier, but I feel like there's better examples I could give about this than Legos.
It's like Neopets, except all of the pets are unconverted. I don't know.
I mean, what's that like one site where like I feel like there's websites where like you have like an animal that you start off with and then you buy traits and items and stuff to make it your own. That's essentially kind of what a closed species is in a way.
I mean, that is basically just every browser-based
Yeah, pretty much.
pet game in the world.
But like where it like actively changes the way it looks. Like Neopets is just clothing and then like paintbrushes.
No,
Oh well, yeah, actually the paintbrushes
you can
is a
change
good
the way.
example.
You have to pay money to change the way your Neopet looks.
Yeah.
It's in-game currency most of the time, but now that they have released unconverting your pets or like the unconverted costumes or whatever, now there is a real money, real world paywall if you want your pet to look like that.
Yeah.
And since most species have their own also in-game currency, it is basically just an online pet sim at this point.
Yeah.
Except for sometimes you can buy the unique pets from the people who run the website themselves.
Yeah. You've seen me drawing them on my art streams, Gray. The creatures that have like the water bodies, those are water dogs. That right there is a closed species and the closed species of our chat today. Okay. Our little guest will be in a bit. So I don't know if Rex. Okay, Rex has something to talk about. Those moist dogs. Yes, the moist dogs.
The moist dogs are today's topic.
Oh, we're gonna go over like water dogs in general, and then the Viva la Wetvolution. I wanted to start this stream off with kind of like what closed species are. This way, like anyone who's watching that isn't into closed species or know what they are, have like kind of like a general idea of what this what wet dogs are, water dogs are, and stuff like that. I don't know why I called them wet dogs first. They are dogs that are wet. We drowned them in the ocean. Oh my god, I'm sorry. That one was bad. We did not drown any dogs. I promise.
You can't say that. Oh no, Shadow's online. Uh-oh.
It's okay. Hi. Shadow's not in the water dog server. He can't
No, he's online on the Minecraft server.
Oh, he's on the Minecraft server. Okay, I promise we're not drowning dogs. Dogs don't drown in water dogs. If I remember correctly, I don't think they've actually made lore on what happens to the dogs when they go in water. Like if they stay as their own body, or if they become one with the water, kind of like how Vaporeon does.
I don't think there's ever really been established lore about that.
Water dogs has never really had lore besides when water dogs have babies, the ocean gifts them a child. Gray, no! No! I'm gonna get twit longered over this.
Hashtag phase over party.
Hit streamer Fader Gay is canceled because she's drowning dogs to turn them into water dogs. Oh man. Oh, that Out of context, that sounds so fucking bad.
It's streamer where? Who are you talking about? I just see Faye.
Huh? Oh, hello,
Oh.
hello. Quack.
Hi. Yeah, I forget that it does that.
It's all good. Mine's what's the dog doing?
Oh my god, I would get in so much trouble with that one because I find
Mine's
so annoying.
yeah, mine's just Yu-Gi-Oh. Don't worry about it. Everybody already knows.
Bee's ready to duel us every time she joins chat.
Wait,
I'm
that's
ready to-
actually a really cool one though.
It is.
I'm ready to duel you every time I see you speak, Faye.
Damn.
I love you. Okay, anyway.
Faye made those dogs too moist. Please, I hate that. Yes, I got the little chat thingy in the corner so when people speak, it jumps. Bee has her own little custom one.
I'm on Faye's stream so many times that I might as well just be her pet at this point.
You are my TTS pet now.
I have a friend who set one up for me that I didn't know about, and I love it so much because I have like a little pixel of my mascot that like bounces as an animation, and they set it so every time I talk she would bounce, and I loved it so much.
Bless. We love PNG tubers.
Yeah, because I used to go on his stream and just cause so much chaos.
Alrighty. Okay, so this is sketchy.
Yeah, I'm sketchy.
I was
I put
like
the
trying
egg
to
in
figure out if I should do the egg
You-
version or the
Get eggy.
sketchy. Alright, but Sketchy wanted to talk about the closed species as well, and about how you're usually in human species, but the animal species has given you like the chance to broaden your art horizons, essentially.
Yeah, so I'm primarily a human artist. Like, that's my big forte, and like the most commissions I receive is typically for my humans. I've been doing humans for maybe 5, because I used to be a I don't want to say just like a furry artist, but that's like the basic term I can give. I used to be one, and then I was like, oh, let's get into humans, and then I never looked back. But now I am, because I'm like, I miss my origins, so I was like, let me get into closed species again. So I got into Waterdogs as well as Cinedogs. Waterdogs for more feral art, and then Cinedogs for more anthro. And I did it as a way to push myself to start learning it all again. And it's been actually really fun, especially with the community, with how much everybody helps, especially with like figuring out art styles.
Yeah.
And I have a friend that I tried to push them to do the exact same thing because they wanted to get better with drawing like wolves and dogs and stuff. And I was like, just join groups. It's probably the best thing you could do is just join groups so you can learn from people that already do draw it. And looking back to when I first joined Waterdogs about a year ago to where my art is now, I could see a massive improvement of it. Because A, I'm having fun with the art. B, I'm within a community that can give me tips and stuff if something doesn't look right. And C, I'm just having a lot of fun with the art, to be honest with you. And I can't encourage it enough, especially for people that are like human artists like I am, to do it because it's a nice little break from it. Because I also do humanized versions of Waterdogs. That's like been my new thing, is I love doing that. It's because I just love designing. So I've started offering those for like commissions and stuff, and the community loves it. Whenever I open them, I always get a lot of people that are interested in it. So it's a lot of fun for people to also see like what I can offer as a human artist for their furry characters, as I can offer a humanized version that you may have not thought of before. And a lot of people take it and they actually make them like alternate universes and stuff. So it's really fun to see that I was able to also like kind of offer my talents as a human artist to the furry community as well.
Me. We love that. It definitely is really nice. Like, it definitely pushes you to get out of your comfort zone, especially nowadays when you join closed species, as a lot of them have turned over into ARPGs because it like pushes you to draw stuff you normally wouldn't.
Yeah, that's really the only reason these days that I even have the slightest idea of how to draw a background is because you have to do it for Griffith prompts.
Yeah. I know when I was part of like a Pokemon ARPG, that one definitely forced me to learn a lot on like backgrounds and posing for more like anthro stuff and everything.
Not to misinform anybody, however, I still don't know how to draw backgrounds. Just write that down.
Sometimes like I'll draw a background and it'll like pop off and I'm like, damn, what happened here? And then I won't draw another one for like 6 months.
Yeah, I've been using like doing specifically with water dogs. I've been doing like sketchy scenes. That's what I call them. I use a lot of like referencing my name. I'm so sorry.
You
It's a
good?
bit corny, but I love it. But I use sketchy scenes, which is basically quite literally a sketch that I just clean up slightly to practice my backgrounds. And I always make it like I'm very transparent about it. I'm like, these are me testing stuff. So like, if you request a city background, it may not be the best, but it's because I'm practicing.
I felt
And
that.
everyone, yeah, because everyone who's gotten one has been super friendly about it, and they always fall in love with it, especially because I'm still learning lighting as well. And it's the same with like the human eyes. Is I'm practicing my design skills with it all, and I'm like I said, I'm very transparent with it. So sometimes stuff might not be one to one of what other examples are, and everyone's been loving it. They're very accepting of it, and I'm just like, thank God, because wow, is imposter syndrome such a so mean
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people say these. I've noticed in the art community, especially recently, there's been like this whole sort of like thing about how, oh, you should never trace over images even if you're practicing or whatever, which I think is stupid. But to be completely honest, what I normally do if I have to draw a background and I don't really know what I'm doing is just to take a picture of what I want to draw and then paint over that.
Oh yeah. I'm a massive advocate for like using real life examples, like your hands, or you can't figure out a hand pose if you don't have access to like a 3D model, because Clip Studio offers them. I'm gonna be honest, some of Clip Studio's hand models though, they're not the greatest. I've had to hunt down some of them, but if I still can't get the hands how I want, I tell my friends, just take a picture of your hand and trace it. Who's gonna yell at you?
Yeah.
No one.
That's it. That's exactly
one.
what I do. Is I use my hands and I'll just like pose my hand how I want it. I'll even get up and I will pose how I want for like a certain like body posing and stuff. Like, you are your best model. And there's
Yes.
zero shame in having to do that. There's zero shame in having to use references or having to like, I guess, not really trace over things, but like learn from other people, because that's what, that's what kids do. Kids grow by seeing what other people do. It only really becomes an issue when you are like actively like stealing. And a lot of people
Yeah.
don't seem to understand the difference when it comes
It's
to
like
that.
a natural part of learning how to draw is learning how to do things from other people. When me and one of my friends, we've known each other for a very long time, and you can tell somewhat in some of the things in the way we draw some things. Like, for example, I've noticed that specifically there's one specific flower that we both draw the exact same way because we learned from the exact same source on how to draw it. It's kind of funny. It's really funny.
I felt
I
that.
also, yeah, same. I also have a lot of brushes that I'll use, like flower brushes, or for textured hair, I have like a lot of lock brushes. And the brushes for the lock specifically aren't my style, but I still use them and then I'll draw over what I like planned to give it more of my style. But I still link them off to people because I'm like, you have no excuses not to be able to draw textured hair if there's brushes out there.
Dead ass.
And it's the same. Yes. Oh, I'm so passionate about that. But anyway, sorry. Oh, some people in the art community I went off on because it just irritates my soul.
I felt that.
But I
You
also
can
like
draw a 30-foot mecha, but you can't draw textured hair. Seems sus to me.
Dead ass.
Yes. There was this one, real quick, there was this one time somebody was like saying, look, well, I don't have a lot of examples of POC. Do requests. Do requests.
There you go.
Requests. You could solve your own problems if you just think a little bit, just a tad.
Just use your brain some. You don't have to use it a lot. I know it's hard.
I also have a lot of flower brushes where I'll do that too. I'll just like use the stamp and then I'm like tracing over it because I'm like, it's not my style, now it is.
Yeah. There's zero shame in needing to use brushes and stuff either, man. Like, you do what you need to do. The, like, art community that tries to be so, like, uppity about, like, oh, well, you have to do it on my hand. And I'm like, they have literally made this stuff to make it easier. It's not like you're using AI. You're just helping yourself to, like, get something done right.
So if you're doing it to get it done quicker, if you don't have the time, like a lot of webtoons artists, I help flat a comic, and I get a lot of like the raw files, and I just appreciate that the artist does that for themselves to save themselves time because they try to get 3 pages out a week.
Whoa.
So yeah, so I just love that they're using the resources and that they're not struggling with it. Like, struggling with doing it all on their own. Because it's just like, if people could just see the backbones when it comes to webtoons or like comic creations in general for digital, they would see that they use a lot of resources to save themselves time. And a lot of them are actually really open about it too. Because they need to save themselves time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell. I used to want to write webcomics, and I'm not so into it anymore, but that's specifically because of how much time it takes. It's too time consuming for any one person to really be able to do consistently.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's why there's still a lot of comic series that have been going on for, like, upwards of 7 years now. Like, because some people will just do it all themselves, and it's like, damn, Brody, take a break.
Yeah.
I know. I'd be super inconsistent, so.
A lot of people with like a manga artist though, is some manga artists just do everything on their own, but also some of them have teams. And then they wonder why like manga artists take a lot of breaks, and it's like because they're doing so much. Even with a team, they're doing so much, but on their own, it's no wonder they have a lot of health problems later in life because of it as well.
Yeah.
And with the recent passing of Dragon Ball Z's author, I think it opened a lot more people's eyes to realize how stressful making comics or making manga or anything like that actually takes onto an individual. Even if you have a team, it's still a lot of stress on somebody.
Where?
God, it's a good thing nobody can see what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry. I talked to myself a little bit. I'm not going to try not to do that.
Alright. I think you're good, Winter. You take care of yourself. Alright, I think we're good to move on to Waterdogs themselves. from the closed species. Oh. Poor Noah. I had that doc, they're removing the doc from the server because I forgot about the Zek one having stuff in it. I need to add warnings on that one. Not safe for work warning. I forgot all about that. Which I completely understand. Okay. But no. Water dogs! What are water dogs? Where do I even start?
Dogs that are wet.
Dogs that are wet.
Okay, basically, basic rundown. What is a water dog? It's made out of sand.
Made
Parts
out
of it
of...
are made out of water. The end. Here, let's just pull some up. How about we do that?
Yeah.
Fun fact, I didn't understand what the sand was until like 4 months into being in Water Dogs, and then I messaged my friend, and I was like, "Oh, the sand was the fur the whole time." She's like, "You were so dumb. I probably can find the DM." She was like, "You're so dumb. You really are." I'm like, this whole time.
The
Okay.
whole time, it's just been sand.
Let me move this stream over
You know
to
what?
like
Just pull up a picture of
CSP.
Marina.
I could. Hold on. Where's Marina at? I gotta find Marina. Hold on. Got her.
Oh my God.
All right. So, wet dogs. Here we have our mascot. This is Marina. I just realized I lost all of the little guys talking at the bottom. Oh, there they go. I had it. I had it hidden. So basically, as you see here on the design, let me hook my thing back up. The body itself is made out of water, and then this right here is going to be your sand. Moist dog detected. I see. My brain is short circuiting. I don't even know how to like go about this. Where's the old fucking, what do you call it?
What?
The
what?
the species like ref thingy.
Oh,
for how
the
to make
really
them.
old species ref.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta go back to DA for this. Blech.
Oh gosh. Wait, hold up.
Bro, the fucking the DA group was, the front of it was wiped.
Huh?
Hold on.
It's white?
It, like, you
Wait,
know how
okay,
there used to be coating on it? All the coating's gone.
Oh yeah, I just got a message about like the old like Galacticat group because it still has coding on it from back when DA groups had like the premium DA groups, and it says that all of the groups were automatically migrated to the new design on March 25th.
Okay, so it like lost its coding with it.
Yeah, so all of the coding on all the groups that had coding has been wiped, basically.
That's so crap.
I know. I hate the new DA groups. I wish they still had super groups. The new DA groups is the reason why I moved everything off of DA in the first place. I just hate them so much. Okay. Anyway, that's not that important.
You know, it's okay. For context, Gray, I have been into water dogs itself since I was about, I'd
A
say
baby.
16, 17. It was like 2014 or whatever, I believe. Um, I'll be 27 this year.
Faye has been there forever.
All right, I
They
found the first
they're
one.
about. I can't even remember how old my species is, but I think they're about the same age.
Yeah. All right, here we go. So the species ref, that the new one, I do like the little quotes, was from 2014. Let me see. When was like one of the first doggos made?
I have one of
Yeah,
the
okay,
first
2014.
doggos. Hold up. He's so old, dude.
All right, so this kind of gives like a quick rundown of what they are. Water dogs can have any natural sand color, including black sand, pink sand, white sand, which is what I was talking about earlier. The sand is always covering at least their head, neck area, and can be anywhere else on the body. They can have accessories. Water cats do exist. This is so wild because they're used to like big cats used to not be part of water dogs. Oh, shut up, Gray. And look at how tiny the trait list is. Like all of this was so small.
Yeah, now there's all sorts of
Yeah.
like whack out there traits.
Yeah.
We
So
got water dogs now that look like giraffes.
I know, right? So water dogs, when they first started, had to be based on like bodies of water, and then they slowly kind of moved away from that. So a lot of them looked like the tan sand and the blue water and the, like some green waters. That was a very common thing to see in the beginning of water dogs until they started expanding traits and everything. Let me see, because I know they made another thing at one point. Where'd it go? I am like hunting.
Was there an updated species
I
reference, or what? I
thought
think it
they
was
made.
just a. I thought it was just like a stash file.
Was it a stash file?
I think it was just like a stash file with with just text in it. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it was! It was! You're right. They never made another visual one. Which, I mean, I get it. Making visual trait sheets
Nightmarish. Nightmarish.
It is. I made a really crappy one recently for translings.
I miss the days when you didn't have to have every single trait on your trait sheet drawn out so bad. I'm suffering right now trying to draw all the traits for the master list. It's killing me. I think I might give up. I think I might just quit.
Yeah. Where did it go for the translings? I put it in the announcements area.
Let's see if I can find our old one. Oh god, it's so bad. Okay. It's so big.
There we go. Oh, that is so big. That is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. Hold on. Okay, so this is basically what like a trait sheet would look like for closed species. There are rarity traits, not traits, but like, what do you call these? I don't know. But like they go up in rarity depending on like how common it is for like the character to have it. Think of it like how with cats, the most common ones you find usually are going to be like tabbies, and I believe like calicos and orange cats, but then you'll get the rarer colors that are going to be like the Siamese or the brown cats or the like full gray cats and stuff like that. It's kind of like that, where like these are going to be what you're going to see the most in the species, and then this is what you're not going to see the most of.
This was one of the ones that we had, but we only did the hair. We never got past that.
Oh no.
Yeah, because Piper was working on it and then she ghosted me. So
Oh, rip.
We also had one that was sort of different, that was sort of specifically for subtypes that I made that I need to remake now because it looks like garbage. And because there's a whole other species involved, but that was the other one.
E
Yeah.
sitting. Oh, okay. I see it in the little voice chat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This is how the. Let me. Come on. Copy the image, please. Like what B is showing right here was a very.
Pasting the translink trait tree over and over again.
Yeah. Whoops. But this was definitely a common way of seeing how close species trait lists used to be as well. But that's basically like how that goes with that. Just the fucking trait sheets everywhere. But let's see, we'll grab a few of my guys for examples. So nowadays, when it comes to water dogs, you can now find things like these dudes. Pardon me while a lot of these open. So you can now have sand that's like not tan colored, like multi ears, multi tails. You can have it look like your character is broken apart. This one is ice, so it's like the ice is all broken up and stuff. You can have them look like little ferrets. Hello, Metro. Hi, Elle. You're all good. You could have like lightning on it. So it went from being just this kind of stuff to like, you know, now we can have wyverns. We can have like these cute little cats and stuff. And I don't think water dogs didn't have a lot of drama for a while there, it feels like. I think the biggest drama water dogs had for the longest time was people making rip-off species and those continuously just creating like little battles with that until Piper eventually was like, I don't fucking care if you make a copy. I don't own the concept of what a water dog is. This is just, you can't make a water dog without, like, you know, having it be a part of the species, essentially. Hi, Undyne. Welcome in.
Basically her rule was you can't call it a water dog unless it's part of the species.
Yeah.
But you can make something that looks like one.
Yeah, it's just like you can't, like, bring a dog to a cat show and say that it's a cat kind of thing. But yeah, that's basically what those are. I don't think I need to stay on that one. Oh dear, where'd it go? Okay, there it goes.
I forgot that we had a live stream channel in the server.
Oh, Water Dogs?
Yeah, I completely forgot about it until Winter posted in it just now.
Whoops.
Oops.
I forgot about that too. Thank you, Winter. What the heck is a water dog? No, you're good. We're actively talking about water dogs. I'm working on stuff at the same time. Water dogs are a closed species. B gave a really quick rundown on closed species earlier.
Oh, do you want me to say it again?
Yeah, you explained it better and quicker than I
did. It's basically just like a set of adopts or a community based around a set of adopts where the adopts have to follow certain rules in order to be part of the group.
Yeah, essentially that. And then water dogs are a species that I'm a part of, and then the people you see chilling in the corner are a part of, and a few other people who've joined the chat or the stream are a part of. So I was going about how they didn't really have a lot of drama for a bit. I think, let's see, after they didn't have a Skype, but when Discord came around, they eventually made a Discord server. And after a few months, it got closed. I don't know why it got closed, but after a few more months, they made another one. So now we have a long-standing Waterdog server that's been around for quite a few years now. And let's see. Um, the mods have stayed relatively the same since the DA days. There's been a few mods that have come and gone. The ones that have come and gone the most are helpers. We've had 2, or I guess technically 3 batches of helpers and water dogs now. B
technically
was
3.
yeah.
Yeah, I was in the first group of helpers, and Faye was in the second.
Yeah. Um, both of our groups were let go for reasons really unknown to us. We all have our speculations. There was kind of heated stuff being talked about or going on around the times that both of our groups were eventually let go. They were both, I think both of our groups were probably about a year apart, maybe about half a year apart or a year apart. I can't remember.
I'm not even really sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not particularly sure. I know that they opened the applications for helpers back up a week after my group left. So
okay, yeah. So then it was probably close to yours having been dropped. And then after all that little drama or whatever that happened, we've all kind of got like a little old helper friend group.
yeah, basically that's basically just like your entire server at this point, isn't it?
I've dragged all of you to being my friends. And now I've dragged B into making a fucking role play with me.
Faye collects people like Pokemon.
But now they're on their 3rd batch of helpers, which a lot of them are really good helpers. I like, they're playing Eminem. Have fun. Harder, faster, make you stronger. Is that Eminem? I don't think that's Eminem.
Not Eminem. That is not Eminem. That is definitely not Eminem. That is, what?
That's Daft Punk.
That's Daft Punk.
That was Daft Punk. I realized I was muted. I've been laughing. Because I don't know a lot of the Water Dog lore, so I'm like, I want to hear a lot of this. But...
Bonk. Hello.
Yeah. No, I mean there was a lot that was going on behind the scenes the entire time, and I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to talk about it publicly, so I don't think I'm going to.
I mean,
especially in regards to, well, I mean, I guess since a lot of things are out in the open now, but like in regards to when our whole group was kicked off the team, I don't know if it's a good idea to really talk about it. It was a long time ago.
Up to you. I know that some other Water Dog people want to watch back this as well, so it's whatever you want. You're comfy with talking about.
Some of it is kind of personal to me.
Yeah.
It's been a couple years, and it doesn't really bother me anymore. But one of the people involved, I don't really want to put them on like blast or anything.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, you probably know who I'm talking about.
I do. We won't really put on blast anybody except for the recent group of people that we have successfully chased out of the species. Haha. We'll get to that one in a bit. So we've moved on essentially from having those 2 groups, petty little let goes and stuff. But what do you call it? Where do I go from that? The chase out group is wild. It is. God, I was literally up to like 2 a.m. watching the chat.
Girl, it was 4 a.m. for me. I stayed up that long. I really needed to see what happened. I was
I know.
I can't.
Going
I know. I kept seeing I kept saying be typing and everything because I was being kind of silent because I was extremely mad and I have a bad mouth when I'm mad, so I was just watching everybody else type. It was
I remember
help
I was
me.
telling everybody I was gonna go to bed 500 times when I come
Yeah.
back, like, actually.
Hold on there.
Jeez, winter, Jesus. Okay, but yeah, so things were, running smoothly for a while there. We got a lore keeper website set up towards the end of my era of helpers. It had just opened, and we had helped them like set up the master list and stuff before like we were let go. Um, and
Yeah,
so like
that's one of the reasons why I feel like the timeline is a lot closer together than we initially thought, because the website already existed when I was a helper. We
yeah,
just weren't on it.
they had like just started it when you guys were helpers, so I think it was relatively
Yeah,
close.
they
And
had
then
essentially told us to stop working on the master list because they were moving it over to the website. We just weren't allowed to tell anybody. So,
yeah, we weren't allowed to tell anyone either, but it got to a point where a lot of people were suspicious about it because the master list on DeviantArt wasn't able to be like updated anymore. um yeah, we really did decide to say screw it. What do you call it? But we weren't allowed to tell anyone, but so many people had started looking up the site itself, and people were starting to find the site, and it got to a point where they had to announce the site before it was ready, essentially. um and so
mhm.
the first, and it really sucked working on it because at one point in the coding it accidentally erased like 2,000 characters that had been uploaded to the website, so we had to start over from scratch. And that was really disheartening because I remember I had uploaded like 1,000 of those characters at that point. So seeing them off of the site was like absolutely soul crushing to find when that, like, to come to that. Um, but they eventually got it caught back up. The site's been running for 2 years now, pretty smoothly. They got coders on for like the second batch. They've got Discord moderators. Like they've separated the helpers instead of just being a sole helper group. There are now separate helpers catered towards specific things, which honestly is really good. It's just kind of like, like when you're working at the store, you need multiple people to do different things instead of lumping it all onto like one group of
Yeah.
people.
And then they have like managers for like the different groups of helpers and stuff too. And I have to say it, whenever I see the word section leader on the Waterdog website, I just think about how
About what?
I about high school band. I just have to say I have to say it.
They're all high school
I'm
band leaders.
legally obliged to say it because I think every single time I see it. I'm just like, oh, that's me, and then I'm like, well, not anymore, not for 5 years, but
Yeah. But no. Um yeah. We're gonna get to that. Um so
we'll get there.
nothing really happened, I think, in those 2 years besides the disability discourse. So, one of the traits that water dogs used to have very restricted was missing limbs. So, basically, like if the dog was missing a single limb or like an ear, kind of thing like that, it was stuck behind a paywall. And the community
And
did not like that.
didn't really like that.
No. And it took a while till like a
It
big
took
blow up
years.
when like
It was
somebody had
years
pointed it out,
before
and then it like
we got like them to actually like anybody to actually do anything about it.
yeah, a user kind of had like a big post they made about it, and then because somebody had talked so openly about it and was like basically arguing with the staff on it, it opened it up for a lot more people to start giving their say into it. Yeah, that
which
was their whole
is
point. It was like they're basically paywalling a disability, which they shouldn't have been doing.
there is
Essentially,
if you pay close attention to the rest of the stream, you will notice that there is quite a history of behavior in the water dog community where one person talks about it and then suddenly everybody else starts talking about it too.
yeah, the community is definitely like a hive mind for sure. Where if somebody is able to find the nerves to stand up for something, it will enable others to finally speak up themselves as well, which is honestly really good that like we have some people that will say fuck it, I'm going to talk about it because it did bring our most recent change. um
Our most recent change.
our most recent change. It's literally been like I don't think even a week yet.
It hasn't even been a week. It was like this weekend that it happened.
It was so cool. But essentially, that turned into a big conversation, sort of argument, to where they got it finally to where missing limbs were no longer traded. You can make them whenever you wanted, which was a huge victory for like anyone who, you know, has disabilities and stuff. I know the reason why disabilities, or not disabilities, but the missing limbs was still like a trait thing for so long was because when species first started, that was a very common trait to have, was to have a missing limb trait because it was like something different than like the normal design that you would get. So it was very
Yeah.
commonly put into a lot of species, not
It was
to
it was very Y2K.
yeah, like it wasn't to like say anything mean against people without like limbs and stuff. It was a way to make the design look cooler in quotes. Yeah, they no, that's yeah, they're still a trait. They're no longer paywalled. Yeah, it shouldn't be a trait at all, but it's no longer paywalled, and I think that was the biggest victory about it for sure, was that we are no longer having to essentially pay for a disability. So that was like the first huge change I remember hitting water dogs after so long. That was about like a year ago, I think. That wasn't even that long ago. Like the species been around for about 10 years now.
Yeah,
Um
it was. It has been. It's been within the past 2 years when the site's been up. Uh,
yeah.
they they did a whole thing where they gave everybody who had a character who had that trait a free item because they downgraded it, which they do a lot, which is really good.
Yeah.
It's really good, like compensating people for trait changes when they might have spent something on it to get it, compensating them for that. That's a good thing. I like that. That's fine.
Yeah. And then another thing I know they changed recently was they no longer have stuff being breed specific, which is like say like poodles and bulldogs. Like those used to also be behind a paywall, and those are no longer paywalled. Yeah, the closed species is such a niche part of the like internet that like I remember when I was younger thinking like how does everyone not know what a closed species is? There's so much stuff on the internet. This is a tiny, tiny, tiny portion of it. It's so minuscule.
I think now.
Huh? Like to us it
But
feels huge, but to the rest of the world they're like, okay. um
I've I've tried to explain it to so many people in my life before, and they don't know what I'm talking about.
yeah, it's a really hard thing to try and explain what closed species, water dogs, and all of this is. I know. So then, as of I think it was only 2 months ago, our original founder, the original creator of Water Dogs, Piper, had stepped down. Life was getting really hectic for her. She just got married. She's getting a new house. So, she wanted to take a step back. And so, like, I don't know exactly what was going on behind closed doors, but obviously there was talk about passing on the torch, essentially, which led to our not current anymore, our temporary founder, I guess is a good way to put it.
Owner.
Yeah, the temporary owner.
What did he do to found Water Dogs? Please tell me.
To do what?
To found Water Dogs.
He did not found Water Dogs.
You said founder.
I didn't mean to say that.
Get it together.
CEO of Wet Dogs.
Wow, I dropped my mouth. Oh.
But so it turns out it was a monetary deal, which he had a group of friends in the species where there was about, 5 or 6 of them. So the temporary owner was named Chewy. His friends were Furret, Rezu, Spy Corpse, Lepid, and yeah, Rem is Furret. Rezu is Luminosity as well.
Puzzle.
Puzzle,
I think was in that group.
Yeah, so I think that was like the 5th one. And Spotted Ghost. And then he had his boyfriend in the server as well, but I don't know.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't know his username.
He used to go by QA, I think.
Okay, Mutts. Okay. But yeah. Basically, him and his little friend group put thousands of dollars into buying this species. He had his little cash cows and himself 5,000. I didn't know the specific. They paid $5,000 to buy this species. Now, for clarification, why this big amount is both surprising and not surprising, water dogs themselves can sell from roughly just, a simple $20 to, I think the most one sold for was $800. So this isn't something that's so cheap, they're not going to get their money's worth. He could have gotten his money's worth out of this purchase, but he screwed it.
On the other hand, while buyout deals for closed species aren't necessarily uncommon, it's very rare that they'll be sold for that much.
Yeah. Most people, when they sell their species because they are no longer interested in it, we're usually maybe $50 to $100. I think this is the most expensive sale of a species I have ever heard of. It was crazy, absolutely crazy. And because these, oh, absolutely. So, for context, who Rezu is a military personnel who has a lot of extra money. She was regularly spending $100 to $400, I'd say maybe every month, every few weeks, buying these designs. So she was a huge contributor to helping him do this. So she got 10, 12 items on site as gifts, and nobody knew why. We just saw that a bunch of people were getting a bunch of free items, and then Chewy was the new owner, and we were like, what's going on? Why are these people getting these items? There was zero talk about it. All we knew was that Chewy took over and Piper had stepped down, which, could have gone well. They started implementing some changes, our traits got a rehaul, some stuff on the website was added. They were making some nice changes.
Some of the changes were legitimately very good and things that the community really liked.
Yeah, some things the community had been asking for.
Therein comes the problems after that.
Yeah. Pardon me. I'm doing so much speaking. I'm having trouble breathing. I'm not used to speaking this much. Hello.
You have more people in your stream right now than we usually see.
I know. There
Shout
was...
out to the people who don't know what water dogs are. Y'all are the real ones.
Y'all didn't have to like deal with all of this. But there was a lot of people, you know, who had issues with this because Chewy is not well received in a lot of communities. He has had multiple call out posts on him. I don't really want to say that on stream. I don't want my stream to get taken down for it. But I did link a doc on Twitter that links you to like Chewy himself and stuff, which I need to find the actual like call out thing on Chewy. Or I think Squibs posted that. Yeah.
I have it. we have it in our server.
Yeah, I made a little doc.
Somebody literally posted it earlier today when you asked for it.
Yeah, hold on. Here you go. I can resend the doc link in here. Here you go. But this basically has a rundown of like screenshots, call out posts, stuff like that for what happened. But Chewy is not well received in numerous like art communities and species communities. Not a very pleasant guy. We learned that he talked his way into a lot of things, and that's why he was on the mod team for so long, despite for at one point having literally not done anything for I think almost 2 years for the species. He popped in maybe on the occasion.
You
for
made
that
breeding batches.
Yeah, for that resu person. Okay, a little backtrack. So there are these things called breeding batches where you can try to like you basically pay a moderator to make kids of 2 of your dogs, and those were being held like monthly, and then like you could either buy 1 or 2 of those at a discounted price, and then the rest would go up for sale. He had a batch for resu that he took over a year to finish, but they were besties, so it was okay. Which honestly, even if I was besties with someone, if I had paid so much money to have all of those kids and for all of them to be done, I think I'd be very mad if it took a year for something like that to be finished.
I'm gonna drop kick you for taking a year to finish my VTuber model. How dare you?
Okay, but listen, I completely redid that one for you. I felt so bad.
I know, you started over from scratch. You didn't even have to.
I didn't, but it looked so gross.
You were just like in my DMs like, I'm gonna remake this, okay? And I'm just like, huh?
Listen, you got a better model out of it. Because that one that I made
really
before
is.
was so fucking ugly.
I still have it.
I know you still have it. I hate it. It's so bad.
Maybe I'll use it on stream tomorrow.
No, please don't.
No, I have to use my PNG tuber.
Okay, I kind of put my foot in my mouth with that one there. But, you know. Models are still harder work, though, than adopts, honestly. Because
They're
of all of the separate parts you have to make and then the rigging
and involved.
of it.
And
Yeah.
way too much for me. I would die. Yes, Winter, I know we have to be our characters. I'm gonna use the PNG tuber. Safe and prepared.
But, okay. But no, where did we leave off at? He had bought the species. We talked about the breeding batches. So things were going decently well for those 2 months until literally about 4 or 5 days ago, we got someone in the help desk had asked, hey, are we going to do a Palestine charity? Because like in the past, Waterdogs themselves had done a Ukraine batch and a Black Lives Matter batch. And then we always make like a pride batch every year to go to, like, they're all charity batches, and they go towards charities and donations and stuff like that, and they provide proof that they have donated all the money that they've made from these. And so we got a big ass post telling us we're not going to do Palestine. We want to move away from, as they initially called it, wars, which we all know what is going on in Palestine and Gaza is not a war, it is a genocide. So people were very upset about that. And they were like, we're going to do humanitarian ones for the ocean, which, sure, yay, we're an ocean species. That makes a lot of sense. As a sea tuber myself, I want to do stuff for oceans. But that doesn't change the fact that if I have a platform, I'm still going to use it to try and help people as well. So, like, I know personally I'm actively sharing stuff on Gaza on Twitter. Even if my followers don't like seeing it, it still has to be talked about. Like, there are people being massacred right now. And so a lot of people were rightfully angry that they were not going to do a charity for it. So we were all speaking up about it and being like, hey, this would actually be really good. You guys have done charities in the past. And he came back around and he doubled down. And it was like, no, we're still not doing it. And so it kept going like that. And it went like this for about 2 days. And it started getting silent again. People were losing hope because nothing was being done. Our voices weren't being heard. Well, comes in Piper. We love Piper. Hold on, let me change over to my little art thingy, and I will show you the screenshot.
MVP.
This screenshot right here. So Piper came into the server after someone letting Piper know about what was going on. Yeah, someone let them know, and Piper said, hey guys, how are you all today? I was just reminiscing about the Ukraine auction and how we were able to donate over $3,000 to people who really needed it. It was awesome, and I would do it again. And she went on to post 2 more times where someone was like, over 3,000, amazing. She's like, I know, right? If only we could do that again. And then another one, she was talking about how for the Black Lives Matter, they were able to donate $3,000 from that as well.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. Like, water dogs have been around for so long that it has built such a large enough community that we are able to provide differences like this.
A lot of people who had participated in charity batches before did speak up on it.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us who ever did participate in these batches would ever take it back.
Absolutely
Because of the good that was done with this. It's just saying that you want to take it back. First of all, I don't know why you would ever want that, and secondly, it's not a good look.
Yeah. Let's see. I know I think one of them right here. Yeah, so one of the mods had said, I'd like to add something small to all of this beyond agreeing that the decision to remain on the fence about a genocide is pretty appalling, which is that I was one of the moderators who took part and supported the decision to hold an auction for Ukraine charities. And I find it incredibly disappointing to have that act reduced to, we can't undo that. I don't regret being part of that auction at all, and it's incredibly disheartening to see this response being given to the community when, as far as I was last aware, none of the staff members who took part in that auction would take it back, myself included.
Yeah, to backtrack a little bit, there was a post made by one of the people who have left by now, trying to back up Chewie, basically, and the way they worded it was really did not go over well. And one of the specific things that people focused on was them saying that they can't undo the Ukraine batch.
Yeah. I think it was on this one. I don't know. There's so many screenshots that I have. Hold on. I've blocked out people's names on these things for context, besides the people who can go.
That then it might have their names. It does still have their name attached to it, then doesn't it?
Yeah, the only ones with the name still showing are people who are good riddance people that were part of this. Let's see. Yeah, they were. This one person that one of the old mods was talking about how it made it scary for like the staff to speak up about it. But honestly, looking back at it, that was definitely the staff specifically who were on Chewie's side, because he actively had some people in staff who were his friends. And a lot of us are pretty sure that had this revolution not happened, he would have put more of his friends into the staff. Let's see.
Just like minor blanket statement. They're trying to do so much better on it now, but a lot of the time there was somewhat of a bias within the staff team.
Yeah.
And most of the people, like I'm pretty sure Chewie was one of the main perpetrators of this, actually.
Yeah.
Looking back on it.
Apparently he had a way with his words and made himself not out to be such a big bad person. Let's see. I got the feedback from one of the staffs. Let's see. I guess overall one thing, let's see, is how little any staff that wasn't senior staff or section leaders were included in the decision-making process. So many announcements and stuff were made without our knowledge or approval first, including many insensitive comments. Even towards the end, as Chewie tried to save his skin, upper staff was being kept out of decisions, and he even started to shit-talk them after they all left. So it was getting to a point where Chewie himself was excluding all of his staff, which it was getting so bad that, like, after that call out post had happened, all of the senior staff, many who had been here for 6, 7 odd years, they all left. The only ones left were the helpers, who were trying to fight behind the scenes to get him to, like, go back on stuff. But as a means to stand up against Chewie, these mods stepped down to make a statement. Oh, absolutely. Let's see, what else did they said? On the staff side, there wasn't a lot of pushback at first, but then all the senior staff started just leaving. And then all retired staff, too, started publicly making statements against Chewie, which inspired us to start fighting back in staff server, until we practically cornered him and demanded he step down. Everything was falling apart behind the scenes, with reports building up on the site, and our Easter event came to a complete halt. The senior staff speaking up against Chewie definitely gave him a lot of pressure too, especially considering since they knew how badly things really were run behind the scenes. I know 3 of the senior staff have come back now that Chewie is gone as well. One of those staff members had actually been cornered by Chewie to the point that they had to, like, put in a resignation. Like, they did not even want to step down. Let's see. I should have that.
They did a very good job of making it look like they wanted to step down. But,
Yeah.
it was a really big surprise, and I don't think any of us really saw it coming at all.
Yeah. Oh, I have one of the screenshots of the second Palestine bit from Chewy. Let's see. Apologize for the wording. Okay, sure, Jan. Okay, I don't know where it is exactly, but it was really bad. um, Piper, bless her soul, has come back to be the owner again, to try and help with everything that happened. Um, it really sucks, you know, because Piper has a lot going on IRL, and she was kind of needing a little move on from it, but you know, what are you gonna do? The person who bought your fucking species is a piece of shit. Hi Hydra, I see your little guy there.
The little dino.
Little dino. um and so while all of this was going on, people were actively, you know, jabbing at Chewy after this happened. You know, funny little things were going on. Like this one specifically from Hydra, like, I think fish should float. I don't remember the context for that one.
I think fish should float.
That one was a funny one to grab.
It's because everyone was talking
Yeah.
like, oh no, the children.
I personally like the one that was like, I was never allowed to speak to an adult before I turned 18.
Yeah, I think I've got that one. No adults ever talked to me when I was a child. Teachers stood silently in front of the class. My parents turned their backs. When I asked the doctors what was wrong, they simply stared through me. The moment I turned 18, everything was fine, though. For context on some of these, why people were saying this was because Chewy said that he wanted to make the server more child-friendly, which, as I've told you guys, this species has been around for 10 years. So there are a lot of members who are adults who have grown up with the species, me included. 26, and I'm still in the species. So, like, why were you trying to babyfy a species that is so adult prevalent? Like, the adults of the species are not blind to what's going on in the world, and they want to help.
People who were in this species as a kid, right? Like, back when the species was mostly children. Most of us are almost 30 now.
Exactly. Old, yeah.
Yeah, we know, Hydra.
But yeah, so that's what the context on, like, why some of the people were saying stuff like this, like, oh, as a child, I'm not allowed to do this kind of thing. Because he kept trying to be like, oh, well, it's for kids and stuff. It's supposed to be kid-friendly. You know, we got this funny little Fire Nation attacked.
Are
like,
the kids
little
in the
meme.
room with us now?
Huh?
Are these children in the room with us now?
I know, right? I'm a 26-year-old child. And then after we successfully chased him out, he posted a little response being like, here's my response. They're gonna do the Palestine charity event. Here's my thing. I'm stepping down. And then, as the coward he is, he deleted that doc, which somebody made a backup of, which thank you to them.
And then a few days later, we found out that he also deleted all of the servers.
Yes,
like the staff servers and stuff and everything. It was like, okay.
Yeah, so the staff server, the staff channels, the helper channels, they went through and deleted all of that. So there is literal years. Yeah, there's literal years of information that is now gone. Like, there was no way to get any of this back. Yeah, he deleted all of his dogs, and then one of his friends deleted his dogs as well. So, speaking of that friend.
Oh god, here we go. Why did I make this? I'm talking. I'm shutting up. Just ignore me, guys. If I start talking to myself, ignore me, please.
You're good.
I'm trying to build some stuff on the Minecraft server before tomorrow, because I haven't worked on it at all since last
Oh
week.
yeah, I do need to turn you up. Hold on.
She said, "Oh, you're super quiet. I can barely hear you. You have me turned all the way down."
Well, you were actually at like half volume.
That's
Um.
very loud.
But no. We're gonna move on to his other friend, Spy Corpse. So, this is another person we have chased out of the server because they like to make dogs based on war. So, let's get our favorite little scrunglows on the screen. All three of one of them doesn't even want to load up. So we have our USSR dog and our USA dog and
These
our
are
Chernobyl dog.
lovingly dubbed the Cold War dogs.
Yeah.
I'm still thinking about this stupid dog, the Chernobyl one. Like,
I didn't even know that dog was based on Chernobyl. He's got a fucking sickle for a tail.
it is so disrespectful.
It really fucking is. Yeah, the USSR and USA dogs are fucking boyfriends for some fucking reason. Where is... I couldn't get it to pull up because it's trying to tell me that it can't load the image. It's a weird image. But the piece de resistance, besides that one, is our Oppenheimer dog.
That's not how you say that.
Huh?
That's not how you say that, Faye.
It's Oppenheimer, yeah?
It's
Oppenheimer, bro.
Oppenheimer.
Also, they ship them because of country humans. Remember when I went on that huge tangent? In the country human stuff.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
Yeah, we don't have the image. I don't know if we'd be able to find it, but they had made an eagle dog. And in the description it said, if you haven't heard of country humans, you sure should.
Not.
There's a screenshot.
If you haven't heard of country humans, I wish I was you. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I was trying to find the screenshot. I could have sworn you sent one, Hydra, but I could not find it for the life of me.
I could have sworn we had one in the server, like in the garden. But
I could have sworn we did too, but I could not find it for the life of me. Only the master list link. Rip. But yeah, basically...
well, that's gone now. Wait! Unless all of his posts got deleted from the Waterdog Discord, I'm pretty sure it was in there.
Yeah, I think it's in the Waterdog Discord, if one of you are able to find it.
Hold up.
Bee's going hunting. But yes, basically all of the characters that this person owned, besides like a few, were based on wars. Specifically stuff like World War II, the Cold Wars, the nuclear fallout and everything. Poor Gray. I'm sorry,
That's
man.
the big cat I had. Never mind, I got distracted, sorry.
But yeah, he made this Oppenheimer CBC and then eventually gave it like a second form to try and pass it off as like a Fallout. But like, why are you making a character based off the dude who made the atomic bomb that killed thousands of people? Like, that's not something you should be like drawing.
Hey, I know this is like nitpicky, but you keep saying thousands. We're in like the tens to hundreds of thousands of the atomic bomb.
Okay,
We're not
yeah.
at thousands.
I couldn't exactly remember. Yeah, like tens of thousands.
It's no one knows how many people were actually killed by the atomic bomb because of, it's like, do we count the fallout? Do we count that? But,
yeah.
I would say hundreds of thousands of people.
I think we should count the fallout, honestly. And that's
Yeah.
not a car. Sorry, I'm looking in the chat to try to find this dog, and somebody just posted a picture of the car, the same kind of car that I drive in here
Is
for
it
some
the
reason.
cell alien green?
Yeah, it's the one except
Because
it's green.
yeah, because you asked me why I hate them, because I have them on my profile as my biggest.
You didn't. What?
I hate Kia Souls.
No,
I'm so
I don't
sorry.
drive a Kia Soul.
Wait, what?
I hate Kia Souls too.
Who the fuck asked me that? Someone was like, I want a Kia Soul.
I
And I was
did.
like, I want a Kia Soul.
I asked you why. I mean, I didn't ask about it, but I did say that. I think I said at some point that I like that your bio said you hate Kia Souls.
Yeah, I hate Kia Soul. Also, Kia Soul drivers are literally the worst drivers in existence.
Oh,
So.
I
No offense
forgot.
to Kia drivers. I hate Kia drivers.
One of my neighbors drives a Kia Soul, and I every single time I see it, I'm just like, I'm gonna set your car on fire. I hate this.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't need to set it on fire. It'll do it itself.
Yeah. I forgot about
Okay.
this little thing, but while the whole discussion stuff was going on and people blasting Chewie and Spy and his little friends and stuff, Chewie attempted to report a raid in the water dog world.
Put in the water dog with the watercolors picked from the raid message.
Do it.
Oh yeah, the water dog with the colors picked from the raid message.
Oh yeah, I don't have that picture, but
I
that
have
was
it.
so
I have
funny.
it on hand because I was shown.
Oh my god. But yeah, no,
I got
everybody
you.
started reposting that image in the chat because it was so
got so
fucking
crunchy.
funny.
It got so crunchy.
It did. Because one of the moderators like showed it to us, and everyone just went hog wild and reposted it. And then we got this funny meme, the because Charity killed my grandma.
Because Judy killed my grandma. Okay.
Okay.
I fucking love that. I don't even like the Trolls
Banger.
movies, but I love that
A
movie.
banger from Troll. I'm not gonna
Trolls
say anything.
banger.
Trolls banger.
Banger alert, Trolls. Trigger warning, banger Trolls. I'm dying, Scribble.
The true villain has been revealed. Charity.
I can't find this dog, guys.
Oh no.
No,
Oh.
the dog.
It was
I swear to
posted-
God, we have a screenshot.
It was posted a long time ago, though. I think I'm getting close. I think I'm getting close.
Let's see. Why isn't it letting me copy paste this? Okay, hold on.
The real issue is that he's not in the Discord anymore, so I can't look him up. So I just have to scroll
Yeah.
up through.
You have to
months
get
of water dogs
his
show
user
up.
ID, which, I mean, you
I
could get
don't
if you have
know
to.
his user ID.
You can copy it from any messages. Like if you have a message and you click on your profile, you can like right click and do copy ID. If you have developer mode on, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of complicated.
I don't know when the last time he posted here was.
Just scroll forever. Oh, look up around the time we were talking about it being approved, and then just look up messages from time. In like character share or something.
Yeah, I'm looking in there.
We have to find this stupid eagle dog. It's so...
Yeah.
I really need to find the eagle dog.
The eagle dog is awful. I think they
Very
shared it in
small,
characters at one point in the
I
new
mean,
water
of
dog
course.
section.
I'm pretty sure I saw them in there too.
I could have sworn they shared it
And a
off and then
phase
nobody
dogs.
responded to it.
There's one of
It's a lot-
Faye's dogs.
It's a lot easier to see images in mobile at like a pace than on desktop. I'm literally like,
How long ago was this? Way too long ago, that's for sure.
It has been at least a couple
Oh
months.
god,
And
all the monster energy fucking things I did. My bad. My
Okay.
bad, OG.
Spy. Ugh, none of those keywords are working.
No, that guy's cute. There's Hanaway. Hanaway was after this, right? Yeah.
I don't remember, bro.
Okay, well. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
But yeah, we managed to chase out the whole community. Chased out Chewy. They chased out Spy. They chased out Lepid. They chased out Rezu. Which Rezu, we had a lot. There were quite a few groomers in the Waterdog server that were given a pass because they were friends with Chewy. Search from Spy Corp. See, the person's
Rezu
not in the
not-
server anymore.
Rezu was not one of them, but she thought
wasn't.
everyone talked about her.
Because zero reading comprehension disease.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got them blocked, so it's not working.
Yeah, it doesn't work if you have someone to.
Okay,
There's
but you can still... Hi, Kite.
no, and
Oh, you found the eagle?
no. I'm just seeing you guys.
Oh, Elle
Dogs
found a
and-
the really stupid fucking coin one that they made. Here you
and
go.
I'm using them as like, oh yeah, there's part. Hey Elle, do you know their user ID?
It should just be Spy Corp.
No, user ID is a string of numbers attached to their
Oh.
ID.
Oh really? Cause I can't.
You would have to.
Unblock them.
Like, it'll look like something like that.
I don't have
just
them
copied
blocked. Okay, I
Rex's
can probably
ID.
look this up then like this. Okay, hold up.
You have to find that to search from someone that isn't in the server.
There's only 8 results in the server. For their messages. Oh, never mind.
Hold on. Didn't the
Yeah,
graphic
there's-
say something in help board?
There's some.
There's the fucking Oppenheimer dog again.
There's
I
Osceola.
swear Lepid was like defending himself in help board or something.
Yeah, they were.
Oh god, there's so many messages in here from everything exploding. Hold on. Slows up.
Farley.
Okay, I don't think they posted the actual eagle dog itself.
No, I don't think
Yeah, I'm not
so.
finding it in the server.
There's the Cottage Guild dog. Well, if you search their name in the server, there's only like 8 messages that show
Yeah.
up.
Right.
Yeah, no. Literally, you look at the water and it's literally a nuke. Just like, how insensitive do you have to be to the fact that this shit happens to make this kind of stuff? Yeah, go for it. I know we've got the USSR, the USA, the Chernobyl dog, and the friggin' Oppenheimer dude. Oh, you got him. Ugh, I hate that design so much. Here it
MVP,
is.
Thank you.
I hate this guy.
It's so silly.
Which one? Wait, what?
I got
We've
the
got-
eagle.
We got the.
We found the eagle.
We got the eagle. Please, no gray.
I can't even open Twitch to watch.
Yeah.
I have to turn the Wi-Fi off.
Let's see, and then there's this one, the Red Death, which
The Red Death?
Yeah, there's text on the image you made.
yeah.
Oh my god.
What was the Red Death again? I know you guys were talking about it.
So
I mean, and looks like Stalin, bro. I don't know. This is like on par with the 9/11 cat. Maybe
well, to be completely honest, from a historical standpoint, what is the Red Death? I think that might just be a nickname for the dog because it's probably another one of the war dogs. But from a historic perspective, the Red Death is cholera.
Could be evil. Like,
Yeah.
The only
I mean, I think it's very obviously a reference to something in Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Red and but there's probably no actual genuine historical thing. But since Spy was obsessed with wars and shit, you know.
The term Red Death, there's a villain in Batman called the Red Death, but the term Red Death comes from like an Edgar Allan Poe book about the cholera outbreak.
Oh.
Yeah. Also, now this is context that actually I don't think anyone else knows. But I knew Spy and Leopard for being in Waterdogs. And this was a long time ago. But Spy was also very obsessed with law. I forgot if they were actually in school together or if they were like just like the type of person who's obsessed with it. But they got into some drama because they were selling some closed species characters in like a black market. And the black market got found out, and the closed species like revoked their characters, and they were going on about like suing them and stuff, and legality of it and all that. So I'm not saying that they would do anything about it, but I think it's very funny because one of my friends mentioned like if they tried to bring it to court about like the getting repayment or getting a refund for the species if they were chased out of it and no longer owned, it wouldn't really work. But I'm sure Spy would be going on trying to get their money back.
Wild.
Yeah, I think I'm actually. Let me look this guy up really quick. I think
General Zhukov.
Oh. Oh god. What? Oh no.
Oh no.
Um. That guy was a real person.
Yo.
He was he was part of the Soviet army, but he was also like the chief of the general staff and the minister of defense. So.
How cringe can you be? That is very cringe, honestly. I don't know. Nobody wanted to draw their fucking dogs either.
No, we all hated them.
Then there was another issue with low-key high key racism from one of his friends, Rezu, the rising sun symbol, I believe is what it is. And
Yep.
they had a character based off of that one dude from what the fuck is that anime?
Tanjiro from
Demon Slayer.
The both of you saying it at the same time.
Yeah.
But
Because you're uneducated.
I am.
Yeah.
Apparently he has like the rising sun as his earring, but for like Western audiences, I believe, or like anywhere outside of Japan, they've changed it to a
No,
different
not for
flag.
Western audiences, because it doesn't mean much for Western audiences. It means stuff for Korean and Chinese
Yeah.
and those areas, because Japan, if you know anything about history, Japan did some very, very horrible things to places and people in those countries. They're
Yeah.
under that flag. Also, they were siding with the Nazis.
Yeah.
So.
So like she refused to like change the earring, and when people try to educate her on it, she's like, "Oh, but it's just an earring and I don't want to change it because I think it looks cool." Even though the
But then she
rising
goes on to
sun
be like,
is...
I don't want to be seen as a racist. Whatever.
We're like, bro,
And
you're
no,
being
I
racist.
like one.
Yeah. So there was that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of
a lot
those
of-
really shitty people have been ousted.
Admittedly, a good portion of the stuff with the earring thing did happen in our private server, so we do. We've been...
The staff brought up that it was also happened between the staff too. Like,
Yeah.
staff mentioned it, so
It's
I think
possible that
it
someone
was
she tried to commission went to the mods about it, and that's why it was talked in staff chat.
Yeah, but initially, I mean, you couldn't really help it. We tried to say it was a bad idea. We tried. I'm sorry, guys.
We tried. And then when all of the groomers were being called out in the server, she assumed that people were calling her a groomer and made like a big old paragraph being like, "I'm not a groomer. Don't call me a groomer." Like, nobody was calling you a groomer, bro. Like, honestly, if you are assuming people are calling you a groomer, I'm worried more about that. Like, if you're not a groomer, you shouldn't be so defensive about it. Just saying.
There's no evidence of that, but it was a very strange response. I will
Yeah.
admit that it was really kind of like a weird hill to die on.
It really was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's got like the whole Waterdog server blocked. But yeah, that's basically what went down. Chewie's gone, his friends are gone, Piper's back, Waterdogs is healing. They will be doing a big Palestine event. They'll be doing charity adopts, they'll be selling items and make your own slots and stuff like that. And all of the funds are going to be going towards Palestine. They're going to do like a whole month-long adoption thing, basically, so that we can raise funds for Palestine. Yeah. And I will give let's see, the link to Waterdogs. Hold on. If anyone here wants to look into Waterdogs or anything, or just to take part in the Palestine sales and everything, to help donate to a good cause. The mods are doing their best to clean up the aftermath of what that man and his posse caused. It really was a needless mess. All he had to do was say, "I'm sorry, you guys are right. We're going to do a charity event for Palestine." But instead he doubled down so hard to the point that we literally mutinied against him.
I decided to double, triple, and quadruple down.
Fucking Winter just sent me the Colin Ballinger fucking gif. It's really what that is, yeah.
You guys are having a Phasmo Easter thing. I just saw got tagged. I don't know why somebody tagged me in that.
You got tagged in an Easter thing?
Yeah. I don't care. Did Phasmophobia have an Easter update?
Oh, did it? Oh, yeah. Doesn't it
No,
usually
I'm
have one
asking-
where you have to find like little Easter eggs and stuff?
Yeah, because somebody tagged me in something about the Phasmo Easter update.
Huh. Interesting. But yes, that is basically the whole rundown. I've spent like 2 hours talking about closed species and water dogs. So from here on out, it's more just like a have fun chatter kind of thing. If there's any other points we want to bring up, we won't be bringing any personal drama into any of this. We can just talk about like what went down, things that have happened, if there's anything else that wants to be talked about, or if anyone in the chat has any questions.
I wish I had a net.
A net?
Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to make like a fishing hut. I don't have anything that looks like a net that I can really use.
Oh, on Minecraft?
Wait, what about the funny cobwebs?
Yeah.
No, that looks ugly.
I forgot you were playing Minecraft, so I was very confused.
Playing is a very strong word.
Building.
I'm not really doing that either. I keep getting distracted.
I was supposed to be working on commissions or like this rigging at the same time, but I just could not focus on.
And you know what? I can still hear. I'm building next to the inn, and I can hear all the creepy villagers, and it's really starting to get to me. I don't know why I did this to myself. Somebody release me from my own hubris.
It's building totally not evil stuff
Why are
again.
the villagers? The villagers are creepy because they keep laughing and whispering and saying cult stuff.
That's so funny.
It's not evil. It's fish. Why do you think everything is evil? Name one evil thing that I have done.
Gray's gonna hate tomorrow.
Gray's gonna hate tomorrow. I'm gonna love tomorrow.
I gotta do some stuff before tomorrow.
I don't even remember what's going on.
Oh, for the roleplay thing.
What are we doing?
Oh, I can't say it.
Type it?
Type it. Type it. We talked about this last week.
Oh, we are doing a Minecraft roleplay, and we do it every Thursday at 5 p.m. CST.
Yeah, tune in every Thursday to hear more about skin cancer.
Yeah.
Tune in every Thursday for Creeper Sounds.
I'm gonna blow up. I'm not gonna blow up.
I'm gonna blow you up.
Don't blow me up.
No, you
Just
already
blow
know.
me.
You already know.
What?
You already know what I'm doing tomorrow.
No.
Why do you say "oh no" as if this wasn't something that you were planning to? Like, I literally just like brought it up as a joke, and you were like, "Can we please do this?"
Can you put it in the chat to remind me what it was specifically?
Yeah, I'll read. I'm gonna screenshot you.
Okay. Twit longer screenshot me.
Actually, I'm just gonna reply to your old message. So you can go back, because you replied to my message.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
it's gonna be hilarious. Gray's gonna be so mad.
Bye, Hydra. Oh, she's already left. Her lunch is over. Oh my god.
Okay. I feel like I should put barrels here. Oh, they won't shut up. How do I make them stop talking? Why are they drowned? Alright, who's gurgling? Where's that?
Always
I
up to be
literally-
angry.
I literally can't see them. There's something gurgling over here, and I literally can't find it.
Oh no.
Oh, there you are. This lake is too big. So you ever go to fight a mob and you think that's good because I got my good sword, and then you end up hitting it with a fish?
A fish?
Instead?
Why are you beating it with a fish?
Fish slap.
Fish slap.
I need an actual barrel, and then I need a fake Minecraft barrel. Shadow just... Shadow... No.
What is Shadow doing?
Shadow says I should add, like, fish flopping around everywhere for atmosphere.
Did you know that you can put the fish on the one thingy, and it'll make
The
this
what thingy?
on the
So
note
you're gonna
block?
have- On the note block?
Yeah, you know the note block. And
You
it
can
keeps
put
making
actual fish on it, or can you put fish heads on it?
the fish heads.
Yeah, that sounds more right.
You've seen it, right? Because you watched the what you call it,
Or what you call it.
Hermitcraft and all that.
Yes, yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, it's not a plugin, it's in vanilla. I can't believe there are consequences for my actions.
What did you do?
Nothing.
Uh-huh. Sure sounds like nothing.
I should put live fish in here.
A whole lot of not evil nothing.
Is that like it's an anchovy? Can I not spawn them? Oh, come on. They're just items, they're not real fish. No. No. No, why? What kind of fish should I put in my barrel?
I forgot to talk about the Nazi part.
Oh, the Nazi part! Yes, we all know about that. Just like out of nowhere, like, okay, we're done. And then a couple minutes later, oh yeah, the Nazi!
For a quick TLDR on it, basically, somebody was being commissioned by someone who draws, I guess, or wanted a character drawn that had Nazi art or something, I believe is what it was. And Chewie's response was, well, if it's not actually Nazis and just, like, just war or whatever, then it's okay. Like, hold on. I grabbed the screenshot for it because somebody had sent it, and so I was like, I'm saving these screenshots so Chewie can't fucking delete them. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? I see them. I labeled them. Okay. He said, in my opinion, if it's not hate art and it's just war-related characters, I think it's important to know the difference if someone acts like a crappy neo-Nazi or if they're just doing war-themed character content, you know? It's not fair to bash people who just have a war-themed character and story on the side and say they're a neo-Nazi for some fictional character story they have. Okay,
No, but
someone,
like, wasn't there also like a dog that people thought was actually like a Nazi dog too?
yeah, apparently, and then they like had to be like, no, you can't do this. Okay, I guess someone was just casually talking about. They found out someone who designed one of their characters drew Nazi art frequently, and Chewie's response was, "I mean, is it Nazi stuff as in hate or just war-related characters?" And it's like it doesn't fucking matter, my guy. Nazis are Nazis. Like you don't that you don't. There's no justifying having a Nazi character.
Over the cats. Oh, the phone is ringing.
Oh, rest in peace. But yes, Gray, this is what I left our little uh tiny Discord stream for the other day, was all of this water dog stuff.
It wasn't anybody on the phone.
What color did you get? What color did you get? Oh, he's straight.
Sorry.
There was so much. Like watching it go down too was fucking wild.
Oh, he's escaped containment. Uh-oh.
Who's escaped containment?
Nobody.
Oh no.
I need to put a string over this or something.
Just get like a fucking warden or something.
No!
No.
Why would I have a warden?
The way you said that makes me think you have a warden.
It was a fish.
It was a fish. I can't believe the warden's a fish now.
It was a fish. I put string over his barrel so he can't get out.
He's trapped.
I trapped him.
Bye, Metro. Yeah.
I think I've made a huge mistake.
What did you do?
Everybody hates the inn, and you know what? I really can't blame them. This is awful. Actually, the library might be worse.
The fuck did you do?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Why are you taking a creeper in there? Okay, good. No! No, how'd he get out? I'm gonna put barrier blocks over it instead. I need to go into the room. Oh, that. There we go. Uh, were there bones in the water?
Bones in the water?
What? No, nothing.
Why are there bones in the
Oh,
water?
they're
Bee?
from the creeper. Okay. Now, you will not escape anymore.
Ow, 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 ow.
Bones in the water. Turning the freaking frogs gay.
Mm. Oh shit. Apparently Chewie deleted all of his dogs off Deviant as well, and any of them that were on the master list were replaced with black images so they can't be recovered.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Aw, the only big cat I like is dead now.
Rip.
That was like literally
Nope.
the only one that I liked, and he had it, and I was so mad about it.
Thank you for the follow, Sharky.
Do you think I would get in trouble if I made a ripoff thinking emoji? No, I'm kidding.
What a year this last week has been. He is what a loser. Did I say he is what a loser?
Yeah, you did. You did.
He is a loser. Don't mind me.
What? What a handful. Oh. Oh no, the baby I bought grew up.
The baby you bought?
The baby I bought has grown up.
Oh.
That's what the achievement was for. He's a child now.
Oh boy. Oh, fuck, where's the headband at?
He doesn't really like me that much.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't know. What should I do? Should I give him candy or something? I
Give him candy.
don't know what kids like.
Oh shit. So there's a helper Discord account that like if you don't want to DM a specific mod, it kind of it all goes to that one thing, and only apparently 2 people had access to it. Only Leopard and Chew Toys had access. Bruh.
Thanks, Shadow. I'll give my son a bomb. I'm sure he'll love it. I think I used to like bombs when I was a kid too, so that tracks.
The ice cream truck! There's an ice cream truck outside.
The ice cream truck doesn't come to my neighborhood anymore.
Oh no!
So sad. I want my horrible misshapen SpongeBob ice cream just like the rest of us.
I
It
know.
tastes terrible, but it's so fun.
I can't go get ice cream. I don't have any cash.
Ice cream truck doesn't take card. This is why you should be a little bit more like me, Faye. I always carry $5 in cash with me at all times in case I see a Girl Scout. I'm not joking.
Oh my god.
I do that.
I need the ferret call out thing to add. I don't know where.
I think it's on Wolf's Toy House.
Oh yeah, I'll have to get that later. I'm just watching the chat slightly. I know I don't carry cash on me, honestly, so that's my fault.
I'm asking in Jen now because I really need to know.
Yeah.
Trouble. Oh my god.
Is that piece? Is that a back hair piece? I can't tell. No, it is not that. No. Okay, it's part of the fucking two columns. Oh, you're becoming a dinosaur?
Okay, I was just told to steal them, so I guess it's okay.
The Chewy designs? Steal
For
them?
legal reasons, that's a joke.
Hey, hell yeah. Where are the ahoges? There are the ahoges. I always forget how like nostalgic the third gen Pokemon music is until I hear it again and I'm like, damn. This really was like my childhood.
This is so funny.
Hell yeah. I need to play the flying rat sometime.
I'm going to turn on the food processor for a minute, hon. Okay. Um,
E. Oh boy. Now I get to synthesize the corners and see how my angles look. Oh yeah. That always looks so stupid. Okay. The head is almost done. Yo. I mean, I'll still have to do like the eyebrows and the mouth and stuff, but the head turns are almost done at least. Bald. Yeah, Shadow, you've been repping that bald life for a while, haven't you? 4 years bald. Fucking aerodynamic. Oh, wow, wow, wow.
Okay, sorry, we had the food processor on.
Hmm?
We had the food processor on, so.
Oh, you good. Oh, the lake music. The lake music. I could eat the lake music. Why is that affecting both eyes? What the fuck? That shouldn't be affecting both eyes. Oh, did I accidentally somehow put this in the fucking... I was like, what the fuck is going on? I guess I didn't do that.
I don't know if the villagers can use the modded beds. I really want to put them in their houses, but I don't think they can.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, turn at night. Give it a try.
That's the point.
Head turns. Ah. Jesus.
You Google red bed, please. It would be cute if they had a willow bed because they're a fisherman. I don't know, if they can't use the beds in here, they can go somewhere else to sleep. I don't care.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh. Wait. Are you... This is like... No. Come back here. Yeah, they can't use the modded beds.
Aw, rip.
Yeah, you live here now. Congratulations.
Mm. Asami. She's not even home. Stop scratching at her door. Asami doesn't like that our roommate's door is closed, like, all the time. Whether she's here or not. So she scratches at her door because she wants to be let in.
Oh, this guy is living so much worse than all the other villagers in town. I'm so sorry, my dude.
What do you do?
No, nothing.
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 B.
Nothing.
B.
Nothing. It's fine.
B.
He's a fisherman. He doesn't need fancy things anyway. I don't know how to decorate his house, so I'm just putting barrels in here.
She'll live without being inside that room.
I'm putting cobwebs in here. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know. Cobwebs are nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cobwebs are totally nice.
Mm-hmm.
Cobwebs are great. Everybody loves cobwebs.
Totally.
He just never does. Like, isn't there... Yeah, there's like cobweb in biomes of plenty.
I believe so, because of the spider caves.
That you can like put on the wall. Why didn't I use these for the net?
I thought
so
that's what you
stupid.
meant earlier.
I'm so stupid.
Where's the head bait?
Yeah, that works.
anyway, I guess we'll have to take this.
Ooh. Speaking of my favorite Halloween design that I made, I should definitely make my necromancer a zombie.
Oh my
Or like
god.
half zombie or something. That would be so cool.
Yeah. I am feeling the EPs. The EPDPs. But I don't want to EPDP.
It's probably that time for food for me.
Puffer.
For fruit. What? Oh, I'm glad Gray likes my idea. I just looked at the chat. Thank you so much. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yo. Okay. I am so fucking tired. I'm gonna go ahead and. Yeah, I have been streaming for 3 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and end stream there. Thank you guys. Thanks, Gray.
Bye. See you tomorrow, Gray.
See you tomorrow, Gray. Thanks, guys, for entertaining my tangent on closed species and water dogs. have a good afternoon, night.
Why do I hear a zombie?
Bye.